Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks. I'm Keef and today I'm going to do something traditional British and yummy. I'm going to make Cumberland Pie. And if you've never heard of Cumberland Pie, I'll let you off. It's, well, I've seen it kicking around in supermarket freezers as ready meals. And basically it's hard to tell what the difference between this and cottage pie or shepherd's pie is. It's basically a meaty bottom topped with mashed potato. And to make it even more confusing, the meat can be beef or lamb, and it can also be minced or ground or little cubes. So the only thing that really makes a difference is the topping, which is, well, as I said, it's mashed potato, but then you've got a thin layer of breadcrumbs and grated cheese melted on top. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be delicious. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Cumberland Pie, from Cumbria in the northwest of England. Okay, here we go. Right, we're going to make the meat sauce first, so the ingredients for that are half a kilo of minced beef steak, a couple of carrots, a stick of celery, a medium onion, half a litre of beef stock made from a cube, half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of sage, a couple of good grinds of black pepper, a sploosh, maybe a tablespoon of tomato puree, and a bay leaf. Let's chop things up. I'm peeling my carrots because they're a bit grotty. And then cut it in half, lengthways, twice. And cut them into little dice. I'm going to cut the celery into smaller dice than the carrot. Then we need to peel and dice the onion. Now we need to whiz over to the stove and start cooking. So get a heavy bottom pan and add a good sploosh of oil to it. Heat that up a bit and then add the onion. Let that cook gently for about 5 minutes and then add the mince and keep poking it with a wooden spoon to break it up and stir it around, get it browned all over. Then we add the stock, the tomato puree, the celery, the carrots, the sage and thyme, the bay leaf and a good grind of black pepper. Probably won't need any salt because of the stock, but give it a taste after a few minutes, and if you think it needs more salt, then add it. And I forgot to mention, you will need a tablespoon of something like this. This is Henderson's relish, Hendos from Yorkshire. If you can't get that, and the chances are outside the UK you'll find it very hard, you can use Worcestershire sauce, but this is better. Then you can turn the heat right down, put the lid on it and let that cook away for about 20 minutes or more while we get on with the mashed potato topping. Right, so I've got 750 grams of potatoes. These are Maris Pipers. You want something that's not waxy, basically. And I'm just gonna peel them. This might be too much, but it's better to have too much than not enough. There we go, nice naked potatoes. We just want to cut these into bite-sized chunks and try and make them as even as you can, as in all the same size, so they take the same length of time to cook. And pop them in a pan of water. So bung those on the stove, bring them to the boil, and then turn them down to a simmer with the lid on for about 20 minutes till they're nice and tender. Now the meat is still quite runny, so I'm going to make up a slurry of corn flour and cold water to stir in and thicken it up. So like a couple of teaspoons of corn flour or cornstarch and a couple of teaspoons of cold water, and just mix those together to a smooth paste. A little bit more water. And by doing this, we can add it to the hot liquid without it curdling and turning into a million little blobs of uncooked flour. And if you find the bay leaf, you can take it out now because it's done its job. Now we can add a handful of frozen peas and just let those cook for about 5 minutes and then turn off the heat. Okay, for the mash, I'm going to use this potato ricer thing, which is a pain in the backside, but it does deliver fantastically smooth and creamy mashed potato, which is what we want. So I'll just grab a bunch of tatties and squeeze them through. And if you are using something like this, you can actually get away with not peeling the potatoes because this kind of filters out the skin. But again, it's messy and awkward. So I want a chunk of butter in there. Teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of white pepper, and some grated cheese. This is cheddar. And a sploosh of milk. And then we'll add the rest of the spuds. And whisk it with a fork until it's nice and smooth. And then taste it. That is perfect. Now for the crust, I suppose you could call it, I'll just weigh this cheese. That's 30 grams and same amount of breadcrumbs. Coarse breadcrumbs, not really fine ones. Okay, mix those together. Then we'll grab the mince and spread the tatties out on top of it. So I'm using this cast iron casserole, so that's perfectly fine to go in the oven. And you know, I said I might have too much mash. I think I might have been wrong. Okay, we'll try and smooth it out with a palette knife. Okay, it's not exactly the way I wanted it, but I don't think it matters because now we're going to cover it with the cheesy breadcrumb mix. And you can probably hear the oven going in the background. That's preheating to 180 degrees Celsius for a fan oven, a convection oven, and that's 200 for a conventional one, which probably nobody actually has anymore, I don't know. And that's gas 6. So I'll put that in the oven with the lid off and give it about half an hour. But, well, we want the top to go bubbly and crispy and nice. Okay, time's up. Let's get it out. Oh, yeah. Cool. That looks the business. Let's take its photo and then do a taste test. Well, there it is. It's very hard to make stuff like this look gorgeous, but appearance isn't everything. Warm. A bit crunchy bit off the top. That's delicious. Really, really nice. Proper comfort food, just what you want on an English summer day. So, yeah, fantastic, really easy, and really, really nice. So, give it a go. And thanks for watching. See you next time.